It's whatever.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna, as they say. But here on Scramble Bunkhouse Deathcast, episode 13, none of the men in the match we watched moved in much silence. They moved
They were, in
with
fact,
great
very
force.
loud.
Very loud. They were incredibly loud.
We are watching from October 30th, 1996, Korakuen Hall, Fighting Investigation Team Battle Arts. We are watching the main event tag match of Yuki Ishikawa and Alexander Otsuka versus Daisuke Ikeda and Takeshi Ono, otherwise known as Team Taco.
Oats.
Wow.
The greatest of guys.
Yeah, for the best ever. Not only in wrestling, but in life.
That's true.
Four guys that I've talked extensively about, just like everywhere that you can find me talking about wrestling.
That is true. I've calmed down on the Battle Arts talk in the last like year or so, because I used to talk about it a lot. I was a hard Battle Arts pusher, but my agenda has ended. I've convinced enough people that Battle Arts is good. It's still like my favorite promotion ever. It still has a lot of my favorite wrestlers.
You went to
ever.
war. You went to war for this thing.
I went to war for like 2022. I was pushing agendas hard. I was like, hey, have you seen the January 97 tag with fucking Usuda? Have you seen fucking Otsuka versus Yone from 2001 where Otsuka is inexplicably heel and he's beating up the referee? Yeah, I was like, I was pushing crazy agendas because I needed the people to understand. I was probably annoying about it, but I did my duty and I got Ethan deep in it. I got so many people deep in it. And now I'm retired. Now I'm pushing the El Hijo de Fishman agenda and the fucking there's like something else that I've been trying to push recently, but I don't remember. I'm not even watching wrestling nowadays. I'm doing taxes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the other thing. I'm pushing the Dick Togo Makami thing crazy because that match is incredible, and that's like a top 20 match ever for me. It's like it blew my mind. But like that and IWRG are like the two things I'm pushing right now because that match is incredible, and IWRG right now is like the best fed in the world.
You're doing what you can, man.
Yeah, dude.
I wouldn't disagree.
Fishman and that I've seen. Sagrada are feuding crazy because Fishman, fucking Sagrada's dad, the original Mascara Sagrada, took Fishman's dad, the original Fishman. He took his mask. He took his mask 20 years ago.
That dastardly crook.
And then Fishman's brother, the original El Hijo de Fishman, stole Sagrada's dad's mask back. We don't talk about El Hijo de Fishman original though. He's kind of like excommunicated from the family, so he's not really part of the angle. But he did do it. So there's a lot of shit going on here.
What an icon! So many moving pieces did all this.
Yeah. So everybody that's listening right now, you should actually tap into IWRG. They just ran. It was like Sagrada, El Hijo de Canis Lupus, and someone else I cannot remember against two of the fucking pigs, two of La Parquesa Extrema and Fishman Jr. Like, that match is crazy. And you're only getting the shit out of IWRG, okay? You better trust in Negro Navarro's vision. Just like how I trust Yuki Ishikawa's vision.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the story behind this match that I know of is that it is like their first big Hurricane main event. Surprisingly enough, they got it in their first year. John will talk about the magazines pushing them into relevance, but it's a big deal for any company, especially a group of guys who came in from like literally abandoned by Pro Wrestling Fujiwara Gumi, who just decided, hey, we're gonna form our own path, make our own style of pro wrestling based on what we love to do and what we're good at. And we're going to make it just the most interesting, like, hard-hitting, viscerally, I don't know how to describe it besides just everything that was pushed in Pro Wrestling Fujiwara Gumi sent to another level with the specificities of each guy rounded out, and each guy feels so individually unique, but all part of this larger formula. It's I just saw the Doge image that just got posted.
You lost your train of thought.
But yeah, this match is like,
dude.
Something
I saw you
special.
post that while I was talking about Fishman. I had to like look away to keep going. If I kept looking at it, I'd have to like stop. But yeah, Ethan mentioned it for a second. I'll give a very slight bit of information about the match and what led up to it, and just everything that led up to all of this. Very slight though, because there are interviews that I'm actually going to say you should go and buy them, because there is this website, or there's this magazine called Dropkick, which is in Japan, and they post interviews that are mostly done by Fumihiko Saito, who's like a fucking like legend of Japanese wrestling media. He does a lot of interviews. He has done interviews with Yuki Ishikawa, Daisuke Ikeda. He did a very long series of interviews with Usuda that concluded last year. He has done interviews with those three guys. I would suggest you go and read the Ishikawa and Ikeda ones, because they're incredibly riveting. I'd also recommend the Usuda one. That actually might be the most like interesting of the three, but specifically for this match, those are the only two you need to read. They cost money, but they cost less than $1. Like, you can buy access to the full interview for like 50 cents.
You can buy access to all the interviews for a pack
it's insane.
for $5. And it's one of the best decisions financially that I ever made.
No, you're fine.
Because I'm sorry for interrupting you, John, but I do need to mention this. This is not a big part of why I love Battle Arts so much, but a big part of why I know so much about Battle Arts is because thanks to like the interviews, I've gotten to understand the company like from a deeper perspective at another level. And it gave me like jumping off points to actually message Yuki Ishikawa on Facebook and ask him about like his specific vision for Battle Arts. And he's super forthcoming and excited to talk about his just everything he believes in for Battle Arts. And as I mentioned when we were watching the match, I just talked to him recently about Michinoku Pro and his relationship with the great Sasuke. He is just like he is a very passionate man about the pro wrestling that he creates and the style that he decided to form in Battle Arts. And all of that passion seeps through in most of his wrestling, but especially so when he's wrestling Daisuke Ikeda, and especially so when you're in a big Kurikan crowd where you get the chance to prove yourself in front of
So that's all to say. Those interviews, if you read them, they go into like the Ikeda, Ishikawa, even Usuda, kind of like they all go into like their own ideologies. They go into what they thought of when it came to like what is Battle Arts. But very quick summary based on that information. Ishikawa and Ikeda are both trainees of Yoshiaki Fujiwara. They were both in PWFG. At some point, because I hate to burst this bubble. I feel like a lot of people just kind of want to pretend this is true. 90% of the people you hear own, like they quote unquote own wrestling companies in Japan, they don't own them. Like they're just figureheads and probably bookers. Like Tenryu didn't own War. That was Akihiro Takei. Tenryu didn't own SWS. That was Megane Super, and they had a whole business deal there. PWFG was not owned by Fujiwara. We don't actually know the name of the guy that owned it. I could probably find it. It's probably been written down in like a magazine somewhere, but I just don't know off the top of my head. But an old friend of business. Yeah, it's fun. I only know Takei because Takei worked matches during the end of War. Like there's a Tarzan Goto started beating up Takei. He was like, I'm not gonna go after Tenryu. I'm gonna go after the guy that actually pays me. And then Takei was like, okay. He's like, okay, I want to start teaming with Tenryu and fight you in cage matches.
Hell yeah.
But the owner of PWFG was like an old business friend of Fujiwara, like I think it was like a school friend, and he owned like a used car dealership or something. So he had like money. He ran PWFG, but everyone kind of hated him, and Fujiwara didn't even really like him. He kind of realized he was a really skeezy businessman, but he was running the company at this point. Fujiwara was not going to put that much effort into stopping him. But he started really fucking over all the younger guys. So the younger guys decided, hey, we're going to do an exodus. I think the point that jumped it off was Usuda got fired for like speaking out against the shitty treatment they were getting. Like he was like fired on the spot. So Ishikawa called the boys and was like, hey, we're not going to just let him fire Usuda. Like that's fucked. So they all walked out. Fujiwara, like, he gave them their blessing. He was like, yeah, I understand why you're doing this, and this is probably for the best for all of your careers. They also weren't getting paid. They were also like, they just stopped getting paid at some point. So they leave. They have like no money. They get enough money to buy a dojo. Fujiwara gives them one of their rings, which, just funny story about that. Those were the Megane super rings from the SWS. Like SWS bought a bunch of rings, and then when they died, they gave the rings away, and PWFG got like 2. So one of those goes to Battle Arts. That goes in the new dojo. Basically all of the Battle Arts guys sleep in the dojo, like just sleep in the ring. They don't even have like fucking like beds. They probably had something, but they didn't have like bedrooms. They were just sleeping in this dingy dojo. The only two that didn't were Ikeda and Ishikawa, because Ishikawa was making enough money from doing other shit to own an apartment, and Ikeda was his roommate. So those are the only two guys that didn't sleep in the dojo. Like nobody had any money. They were all just ride or die Battle Arts. And Battle Arts started off, and it was kind of like immediate. It was like, okay, they're getting low attendance now because they're running like small gyms, but there's something here. And specifically the magazines, Weekly Pro or Shoe Pro and other magazines of the time, they really thought that. And magazines in Japanese wrestling are, they don't have the power now that they did in the past. But in the past, they could like create multi-million-dollar careers. Mil Mascaris is a psyop. That's the biggest thing. Is that Mil Mascaris came into Japan and was given fanfare like he was fucking Ricky Dozon because of the way magazines treated him and because he was always on the covers, and they basically treated him like fucking Superman. And they had the power to do that with a lot of promotions. Michinoku Pro is a big example of a Fed that was like pretty hardcore supported by magazines. Tokyo Pro, this lower level promotion called Tokyo Pro, had magazine support. In fact, I think it was like called a magazine company at one point because it was getting some hard magazine support, and that's how they ended up running. They ran fucking Ryogoku with like theoretically when they shouldn't have been able to because it was like a shitty indie. Battle Arts is the same way. They get picked up by magazines. They start getting like cover features, big long features in magazines covering them. Like Battle Arts becomes a major part of a lot of magazines in Japan. So that's one of the biggest reasons how they even got the show in the first place, because I think their first show is in April of 1996. This is 6 months later. And again, they had no money, and they were like, it's a bunch of rookies. Like Ikeda and Ishikawa had some fanfare because Ishikawa was like getting treated as a big deal, and Noki had talked really positively about him. And Ikeda was voted like the rookie of the year in the, like, I can't remember the company, but like the yearly like Japanese wrestling awards that like people always fucking talk about. He was voted rookie of the year. So those two guys had fanfare, but they were still rookies, and everyone else was more. Everyone else in the company was more of a rookie than them. So the fact that they ran Korakuen Hall in 1996 is already insane. The fact that they packed the building is fucking absurd. And this was kind of like a make or break situation for them. If they fucked up the main event here, they probably would have never ran Korakuen again. The promotion probably would have died in a year, because this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity to get this as early as possible. But they didn't fuck up. In fact, they did so good that they basically guaranteed another year of life, even if every other show was shit. Like, and it wasn't. That's why they stayed even longer. It was all really good. But the main event of this whole show's great. I've seen the whole show like 2 times now. It's great. But this main event is, it is potentially the best match that has ever come out of like the entire sphere of Bachi-Bachi. Like, I think it is. I think it's the best match to ever come out of that. And it has some of the best work of the 4 best guys to like work in that genre. Arguably, and I this is a thing that I've been thinking about recently because I watched this. I used to be a hard pusher for Ikeda Ishikawa 2005. I thought that was like maybe the best match ever. I've like cooled down a little bit on it because I rewatched it again recently. I was like, okay, this is like incredible, but I don't think it's better than this tag. And I will say, I think potentially the interactions between Ikeda and Ishikawa here are like the best work they've ever done together.
That's a lofty statement.
I just this match is incredible. Like it is every single piece of this match comes together at like the perfect time. It's like this match is like a fucking puzzle. Like every single piece of this match is like a different puzzle piece, and somehow, some way, they placed all the pieces one after another in the right order without fucking it up once. And yeah,
I think the most impressive thing about this match is that you get interactions between all 4 of these guys that feel just as heated as one another, and they're all just fantastic at different levels, of course, but they would all go on to spawn amazing singles matches and other tags. And it's just so, I don't know, it's so heartening to watch this match because you see all of these pieces being put together and you can see the fans getting more and more interested in this style. You can hear them scream at the top of their lungs when Asuka starts pulling out the most gnarly suplex.
yeah.
You'll see this
that's the thing with fucking Asuka is like I think this is something that Ethan heard from Ishikawa, so this is gonna be something that you're the one that talks about more. There's a detail with Asuka being in this match at all of like wasn't he like not even supposed to be there, or like theoretically he shouldn't have been there, but Ishikawa was like, okay, I have a feeling he's gonna fucking rock it, so we're gonna put him in.
Yeah, he wasn't scheduled to be in that match. It was scheduled to be Asuda for a while, but Ishikawa got like, I don't know if he got a vision or something, but he thought that the putting Otsuka in this situation would force him to show off the fullest of his potential.
Yeah, because I think at this point,
and goddamn, did it work?
Otsuka is like, I think Otsuka is like the youngest guy in Battle Arts at this point. Like besides Hidaka, who hasn't even debuted yet, I think he is the youngest guy because he debuts in like career youngest. Yeah, he debuts in August of 1995. So he is just barely a year into wrestling at this point. He's main eventing Hurricane Hall.
Let me ask you this. Then, quick question for the jury here.
Yeah.
If we were to subtract the feeling of hearing the fans audibly come to learn Battle Arts, well, first of all, when Battle Arts got into the Korakuen, for example, what percentile of that was new people coming because of L Magazine, and how much of that was people who actually already subscribed to Battle Arts beforehand?
Okay. It's hard to tell because Battle Arts, like we talked about it before whenever we were watching, like they ran an arena at one point, like in Taco, where they half priced the tickets and got 150 people. And then later on they full priced it and got 300. So they were Battle Arts was a very new project in the zeitgeist of wrestling at this of like in Japan, because it was like people had seen shoot style, but they had not seen shit like this before. This is like a very distinct version that like mixed shoot and pro. It was like a kind of weird commodity because people didn't really like, it was the worry was like, will this be good? It's a dangerous thing to mix those two things together. I would say that just off the back of, because I think the thing is the magazines like would introduce people to that. It was not that Battle Arts was a bad fed that was supported by magazines. It's that Battle Arts was a good fed that a lot of people had no reason to trust and believe in because all the guys had no real credibility to their name. The magazines were simply an incredible source of promotion. I would say that the magazines were probably responsible for at least half of that crowd being there. Because I think it was like close to 2,000 people in the building, which is a really fucking crazy attendance number for Kurikan at any point. And especially considering the circumstances of what Battle Arts was and who these guys were in terms of like, credibility. To get like nearly 2,000 is like unheard of. So I would say probably half of those people got in, at least half got in because of some influence related to the magazines pushing them really fucking hard.
All right. So if we were to remove that concept, right, that notion, what about the actual match itself? Would you say propels it over the Ikeda Ishikawa singles matches? Like what's the difference maker here that makes you confident in saying it's like the echelon of the Bachi-Bachi concept?
I think with specifically Ikeda Ishikawa, I think the thing is that, and it feels kind of weird to say it's because they have tag partners and it's because it's a tag match, because I think those guys, anytime they work together in singles, it's incredible. Like the 98 match in Kurikan is one of the best matches ever. 2005 match is one of the best matches ever. Basically, like 2011 match is one of the best ever. Like the fucking every match they have is like, oh, it could go on the top 100, and nobody would fucking complain. They had a match in fucking PWFG in like 1995, I think. Yeah, they had a match in PWFG in 1995, and that almost ended up on my list. Like, these are two guys, like, anytime they work together, it's great. But I will say, the tag team environments allows them to really shine because it lets them do a lot of shit related to, like, I guess, character work that you don't usually see in some of their other matches. Like, the 98 match is a great example of them doing character shit because Ishikawa is like doing Inoki spots and Ikeda is responding with like Baba kind of related spots. And there's like a really nice like a tug of war kind of feeling to it. With this match, it's like almost the fact that they're separated adds a lot of like feeling to when they get together. Because like anytime one of those guys is out there staring at the other dude, they're fucking waiting for the moment to get in. And when they get in, they start fighting. And they're scrappy. They're brawling. They are doing what I feel like would be the shoot style equivalent to brawling. You know, the way that they roll around on the mat and they're so like so snappy with everything that they do. And in this match specifically, I feel like this is some of the snappiest work they've done together. And this is some of the best interference work they've done on each other. Like, the whole thing with fucking Ishikawa, like, staring down Ikeda, and then I think he gets Otsuka in, like, a hold, and then fucking Ishikawa comes in, jumps up, lands a jumping headbutt to fucking Ikeda's head. Like, cracks him. And there's this one moment near the end that's like maybe my favorite like single interaction between them, where they're both near the ropes and they both like are like out of energy and they're getting up, and as they're getting up, they're punching each other in the face. Just like punch the face, punch the gut. I think fucking Ishikawa throws an uppercut at one point, and then fucking Ikeda just kills him with a Daichon bomber, like elbow to the ear kind of lariat. And I don't know. I think that with these two guys, it feels like a cop out to say, oh, because they were separated, it made it better. And I feel like to a certain extent, I should only look at when they were in the ring. But there's a lot going on when they're out of the ring too. And I don't know. I think that that's the best. Even as I'm saying, like, maybe 2005 is better in terms of their interactions. Maybe that's their best work together. And I'm just feeling biased because Ono and Otsuka are also there and they're also incredible. But
I wouldn't even say like I'm trying to argue that like this is the best Ikeda Ishikawa interference or interaction or anything like that, but like I would say personally that I think that's like the snappiness and the urgency, and I mean like you said, like the tenacity of them being in the match.
yeah,
I don't think that automatically, or well, maybe not automatically is the word, but I don't think that that's something that gives this match an edge over something that thematically has a lot more weight to it than like their '05 Futen match, for example.
right.
Like it's definitely a different pace and it's definitely a different feeling, but I think that there's like just a better there's just a better goal, I think, in the Futon match, I guess, because I can't find a goal in this tag more than I could find a goal in the famous Ring of Honor Dragon Gate 6-man tag of just the idea of I'm trying to get these people who haven't seen us to give us a chance in the future. And that's kind of how it feels to me. It feels like this is their do fixer blood generation. There's a
Right.
lot of people who don't know me. What can we do to make them want to know me? And that's good. But as someone who knows them, I think there's only so much that being the goal can do. When there's other stuff like the Futen match, and there's other stuff like like anything like Alexander Matsunaga and a bunch of other just stuff in this field that is more specified, more for people who know what's going on and have more to it than that. I think.
Right. No, and I agree with that. Yeah, I fully agree with that.
I completely get it. But I think the one goal that I think I've found with this match doesn't necessarily come from either Ikeda or Ishikawa. To me, the goal, like the main storytelling crux of this match is Alexander Otsuka and surviving the constant onslaught of Team Taco only to continue fighting in a way that he probably wouldn't have
Now, see,
been
you say
able
that, but
to
I
even
feel
a
like
few months
Otsuka was
before
more
this
of a
point because he
deliverance
wouldn't have
person
been.
than anyone else was. Every time he was in there, he was owning people.
Okay. I think he was. I was
Oh,
like,
true, true. He was
I
owning
was gonna
and
say
getting
Otsuka is a
owned.
glass
Like
cannon
those
in
were
this
the only
match.
two
Like
things
he
he was
comes
doing,
in
which I
and
like.
he is like he gets in and immediately
Yes.
suplexes guys. He's immediately bombing on guys. Like he hits the crazy fucking drop kick, the giant swing, etc. But also, there's this incredible moment. It's like okay, this I love the part with Ikeda and Ishikawa where the punching on the ropes. That's probably my favorite moment of the match. This is like maybe just as good. The part with Ono and Otsuka where Otsuka is like on wobbly fucking sea legs and he is repeatedly trying to do double leg takedowns because that's all he feels like he can do in the moment because he's getting like killed. And every single time he tries, Ono just pushes his head to the ground. And as Otsuka starts getting up, he just kicks him in the face. And it happens like 4 times within 10 seconds. And it is one of the best expressions of like just tenacity and trying your damnedest to survive that I've ever seen in wrestling. And
Okay.
and also it ends with him not surviving, and I don't know, I like that.
No, I agree with that, but what I will say is one, I don't think well, like I like when I say that like oh Otsuka was like very domineering in this match. That's not to say he was domineering for all of the match. Like that's kind of
Right.
an impossible standard. And it's kind of be like, well, oh, you think this guy was superior? Well, he took a bump, so I don't know about that. Like he's like, and I agree that is a cool spot, but also it feels kind of like almost inversely because I still feel like Otsuka was very much a commander in this thing. Like he was like the difference maker for Ishikawa almost in a sense. And even the parts where
Yeah.
like you just mentioned he was getting owned, it felt to me more like they were just having to do more to put him down than he was having to do more to stay up.
Right. I think I can understand that. I don't. I think I'm more towards the more to put down or the more to stay up. I mean, but I will say also the note about him being the commander. I would say that's definitely not true because Yuki Ishikawa fucking treats him like an attack dog.
No, no,
he
no.
fucking,
Okay.
no,
So
no. I know
commander's
what you
maybe
mean.
not
I
the
know what
right
you
word,
mean.
but commander's not the right word then in that sense. But you get what I mean.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that because the fucking the drop kick where Ishikawa gets kicked in the face and he's like Fido, get him, and Otsuka runs and just drop kicks Ikeda out of his fucking boots. Like that's incredible. I think on the note that you said about comparing it to like Otsuka Matsunaga and Ikeda Ishikawa '05 and how those have more personal goals behind them. I think that's something I would absolutely agree with. That like Matsunaga Otsuka is a much more personal match for those two guys and has a much grander goal in terms of, or has a much more direct goal with those two guys. And the same thing with Ikeda Ishikawa '05. Uh, I honestly think the goal of this match being to present Bachi-Bachi in its purest form to people to be like this is the statement piece of the promotion. This is no matter what else we do, this is what we're kind of trying to attain here. This is the peak we're trying to reach, and this is why you should watch us. This is why you should care about us. I think the Do Fixer Blood Generation comparison is incredible. I think that's a great comparison for that match, for this specific match. I think the goal in mind of we need to do the perfect Bachi-Bachi match, because I would say that Ikeda Ishikawa is not perfect Bachi-Bachi. I would say that it is perfect for those two guys and what they're doing in that moment. I would say the same thing for Matsunaga Otsuka. I think that's exactly what they were supposed to do. It's perfect for what it is, but it's not. But that's because it's not trying to be pure Bachi-Bachi. And I fucking love the Bachi-Bachi style. That's the thing I was stuck on for years in my life. So for these four guys to go in with the intention of this is the best thing we can do of this style in the most important arena in wrestling in front of fans, that we need to show that you should care about us. I think the fact that they actually did it is incredible, and I think that's why it is, that's probably why it's my favorite match to come out of that whole sphere of wrestling.
You know what's really funny is you basically just described the FMW Texas Death Tag too.
I have, because I'm not kidding. Like, all my favorite matches ever are statement pieces.
Yeah.
Like, they're all statement pieces of, like, this is why this promotion matters. This is why it's an ideological statement piece. This is proving why Bachi-Bachi is important and why you should care. And Texas Death was proving why you should care about FMW and why you should care about Atsushi Onita and his struggles.
I think that's the where the difference is for me then, is
Right.
because I love statement pieces. I'm huge about them. I mean, I love
Yeah.
this match. I love the FMW Texas Death match too. But I think why I always feel weird saying that it's like the peak or it's like the highest point is that, like, if the highest point that they got was proving why someone should be invested, like, that feels a bit odd. Like, that was where they got. Because then after you get that investment, it just never goes above that. Like, they never reach beyond that point. It feels weird to me.
Right.
Especially knowing that there are matches out there that, again, have more effort put into them. And, well, maybe not more effort. That's not the right word. But they have more ambitious ideas than just planting a flag. And these matches are what makes someone wants to be invested and look into those things, I guess. So, I guess just for me, at least, in terms of my personal taste in wrestling, I don't know if I would call either of those matches like the best of their companies, just because it feels like they work so hard in those matches to make me care about the companies that when the time comes to watch their other things, that's when it pays off, and that's when those matches I would put above it.
Yeah, these are like, in a way, they're kind of matches in an attempt to set the stage and to, like, this is what we're making, this is what we're going to build off of. And I think there are matches that, like, go further. I fully agree. Like, the bringing up Otsuka Matsunaga was a great example, because I think that match goes a lot further than this one did in terms of, the storytelling and everything it was trying to accomplish. And I'm sure we're going to fucking talk about that match one day, because that match is also incredible. But yeah, no, I fully agree, and I fully understand what you're saying with, like, because again, all this shit comes down to personal preference. Anyone that ever says anything about wrestling is beyond personal preference is a fucking idiot.
Except for us.
Except for us, we're just right. But this match is, even beyond the argument of is this the best match, I think I fully understand why a lot of people say it's not. That there are other matches from this sphere that are better. Like, I know a lot of people that say 2005 is better, Ikeda Ishikawa singles. I know a few people that say the last Battle Arts match ever is the best Battle Arts match ever. I think fucking Law Dog, fucking Lawson, he says that Ikeda Ishikawa from 2011, the last main event, is the best thing the Battle Arts ever did. Like, and again, fucking Otsuka Matsunaga, I know there are some people that think that's the best thing that ever came out of the company. I'm just for me.
I know there's one person who thinks
you're
Otsuka
right,
Matsunaga is the best match ever.
But only one.
Only one. I just think that for me personally, and you could probably tell just based on the fact that I have Texas Death as my number one, and, like, I think that a lot of the flag placing matches, the setting the stage, the establishing an ideology, I think that those are those are just the matches that hit for me the most, because a lot of the times those are matches that were like, those were entry points for me. And there's a level of comfort I find in seeing this match that convinced me that, like, like Texas Death convinced me that FMW was maybe the best promotion ever. Like, especially those couple years. This match convinced me the same with Battle Arts. It convinced me Battle Arts is maybe the Bachi-Bachi is maybe the best style ever. And there are matches that went further and matches that did more. But I think that there's something really to be said about the matches that started it all. This is a match that starts it all. This is pretty much everything that happens after in Battle Arts can kind of be sourced to this match and the impact it had. And there's not a lot of matches in promotions where you can like say the same. There are matches that are like, oh, this cost a lot. Fucking Finger Poke of Doom cost a lot. But this match is just a match that, like, anytime Battle Arts gets brought up on like news stations or whatever, because there's like, I've seen highlights of Battle Arts appear on like broadcasts before, trying to talk about fucking like for Kakuto Tanzaran, they showed multiple Battle Arts things. And I think the two things they showed the most were Ikeda Ishikawa 05, because Fuminori Abe said flat out, this is what we're trying to do. Or like, not this is what we're trying to do, but this is what we're looking at to build off of. And then this tag. Yes, I think
these are the giants whose
exactly.
shoulders we are standing upon.
Which, by the fucking, that scared the shit out of me. Ethan came in out of nowhere.
He appeared.
Yeah, just
I've been wanting to talk about Takeshi Ono in this match because I love him. Okay, so Takeshi Ono in this match is like, this may not be his greatest singular performance ever, because there are a couple matches where I think he is, I don't know. There are a couple matches that come close to it.
Yeah.
But he is like peak nuisance Takeshi Ono in this match. He is the best version of this possible iteration of the guy. Cake, you said that Otsuka was like the domineering force on the babyface side. Well, there weren't really like super defined roles here because the crowd wasn't familiar with them. But I think we can, I can at least comfortably call Otsuka and Ishikawa the babyfaces here, because Team Taco are just such devious bastards. But Ono is just as like, he's just as domineering as Otsuka to me, but in a completely different way. Because whenever he's in holds, he can slither out of them just as quickly as you got him into them. The best possible version of this was, there was one sequence between Ono and Ishikawa that I never focused on this point during the match because I was so filled with adrenaline watching the rest of it. But they were grappling like their lives depended on it. It felt like something, it didn't feel like something out of like a bar fight or anything, but it felt like a genuine grappling control. Like they were struggling for whatever positions they could get. And Yuki Ishikawa himself was struggling to keep up with Takeshi Ono.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're on a different level. And he's just, the punches he throws in this match, the kicks, the knees, he feels like just the difference maker, like Otsuka is for Ishikawa. He feels like the difference maker for Ikeda that kind of pushes him to keep doing evil shit.
Yeah,
even more evil shit.
Bounce your head like a basketball powerbomb. That shit's insane.
Powerbomb was nutty.
Yeah, so I fully agree with the talk about Ono. Like, I think Ono was like on another level here, and I actually do agree. I think that he has had, I can say there's like at least two performances I'd say were better than this one. But they probably are the Futen ones.
Are they the ones I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Futen ones.
And the guy one and the...
I will say, I think that he fulfills his role as like the great spoiler of the match, like incredibly so. Because he's the guy that runs the most interference like out of anyone. Like he's constantly running in the ring. It's incredible because like the more it happens, the less he like puts effort into it, or the less he's like really struggling to get in. Because like early on, it's like, oh, I gotta run in and stop it. And then near the end of the match, what he's doing is he's just kind of like walking in, walking over, just kicking a dude in the head repeatedly until they let go. And he's just the guy that like every time Otsuka or Ishikawa really starts getting something going over Ikeda, like it's not even like, oh, what's gonna happen next? It's like, oh, how long is it gonna take for Ono to get in? You know, how long is he gonna wait until he's like, okay, now I gotta step in?
Yeah.
Because he's going to step in. He's always going to step in. And the way that not only that he shuts down like attacks on Ikeda, the way he shuts down on attacks on himself, where he is just like I brought it up earlier, but the way that he just so easily just shuts down like 5 different double leg attempts from Otsuka and just kicks and stomps him in the head over and over again every fucking time is incredible. And the way he does the same thing to Ishikawa.
John, the way you said thank you, I'm saving he's saving Ikeda just made me think of that tweet. That guy was like, hold up,
Leader,
Cleaner,
I got this. Trust
Hold
me.
up, Ikeda, I got this.
Dude,
step
imagine long hair Takeshi Ono fucking with the gloves on throwing shit. Cause that's crazy. I'm sure I'm gonna retweet that later because I think I forgot to. But fucking
Takeshi Ono V trigger.
Takeshi Ono V trigger. He kind of has the fucking the Kenny Omega late New Japan run hair with like the ponytail on the back.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Yeah, like that's what he has nowadays because he has the long fucking hair
retweet
with
that on
that.
the
It looks
podcast
insane.
account.
Yeah, retweet on the podcast account. We need
Leader, I
to.
got this.
We got to convince him to get back in the ring. We need one more run. Futen
Takeshi
2.
Ono, please. Takeshi Ono,
Fucking-
please.
Battle Arts died and then came back. Why can't Futen do the same? Come on.
They will.
Yeah.
KT Dawn 2.
KT, dude. If fucking Fuminori Abe can convince Takeshi Ono to just make at least a one night return, just one more night back on the saddle, one more night in that fucking ring, just kicking the shit out of someone, ruining their day, ruining their week, even like just one time, I'm a happy man forever. Like I'm okay with never watching wrestling again. I'm just like, all right, I'm good. Yeah, I feel fucking. My guy came back. I'm happy. You know,
Certified happy camper status.
certified happy fucking camper. I am not a happy camper.
I would be comfortable never watching any. I would be comfortable like never even thinking about wrestling ever
Let's
again.
just like settle
He
down
would
here.
come back.
I would actually be, if I take a sip of
the-
water right now, I would be
of
comfortable
the-
never thinking about wrestling again. Oh no, I'm doing it. Oh no.
Let's just relax for a second. Let's just calm down. All right. We're making some drastic statements right now. Let's get our head back in the let's get calm. Okay, let's stop thinking about this.
I will say,
Let's-
I took a glance at my notes while you were saying that, and I was reminded of Gorilla's match graphics. I think we do need to mention the match graphic at the beginning of this match looks like the Demon Days album cover. Yeah, dude, they're like all
looks like a fluoride
staring
stare version of the
directly into the
Demon Days
camera.
album.
They got the flash on and everything. It's incredible. It's an incredible way to start this experience of the match is to just that flashes on the screen.
It's a great image, man. More
incredible.
wrestling companies should do that.
Yeah, more wrestling
guys.
companies should get render photos of their wrestlers doing the fluoride stare.
They should. Have them look
Yeah.
right down the camera with no emotion on their face, just flat. Just if they have a natural smile, take like a passport photo.
Oh my
We're gonna
god.
We're gonna have countless passport photos and all match graphics from here on out.
Passport photo match graphics would be fucked up.
That would rule, dude. That'd be sick as hell.
What
That
else
would
would
rule. You know what else would rule?
Oh,
Making 3 more
Three?
wrestlers. Rapid
three
fire
more
style.
wrestlers. Each way. Oh,
okay.
I see.
No,
Okay,
we're each
alright.
making
You were
one.
you were asking a lot, buddy.
It turned out so well for me last time.
No, because hold on 1 second. Armani responded to
Dude,
the message I sent him.
We're in the middle of the
He
podcast.
said, "Fuck
Armani
you."
update. That's crazy.
Guys, hold on. Icon Armani just gave me his update.
Dude,
Hold the presses, everybody.
hold the fort.
Wait right where you are.
I saw the little bubbles go
You guys
down
need
on my
stand
Discord, and
still,
I had
do
to
not
see who it
move. I gotta
was.
read this.
Oh my god.
Make no
Oh wait,
sudden movements.
actually, we should stand still because I just. Oh, no. Okay, I will say at
What?
certain points I was like we were fucking discoursing and shit, and I would look out my window, I'm like, the weather's not great. The weather's not looking so good. I'm like, I didn't know there was a storm coming. I just took a look at my phone. A tornado warning has been issued. Seek shelter lowest level interior room immediately. At the end of the text message, in parentheses, urgent.
Dude, there was a tornado warning a couple days ago, and it was chaotic, brother. It was nuts.
We're in fucking Tornado Alley right now down here. Like, it was, I've gotten a tornado warning like every 2 days. Like, a few days ago, it was storming it was so bad a few days ago, I could not sleep because it was like, I sent a video to the Shiga of me laying in bed. I had the camera pointing at my window. Every like 1 second, there's a lightning flash. I couldn't sleep because my eyes were getting burned.
Oh my God, I think I still have a video of it. There was a storm that took place here one time that felt like Poseidon himself and Zeus both like made a formal pact to kill me specifically. It was I gotta see if I can find it. It was like genuinely the most insane storm I've ever experienced in my entire whole freaking life. I don't even know if I could find. I'll look. Hold on.
Right.
I'm gonna scour my mom's text messages because I know I sent her footage of it. I was like, dude, God.
Yeah, you know what? I might actually. I'll see if I got the footage on my phone still too. But Ethan, while we're looking for that, please introduce the rules for the game.
All right. So we're doing what we did during the backyard episode, but for Bachi-Bachi. We're doing build your perfect Bachi-Bachi wrestler with traits from people who never competed in battle arts, either original or new, and people who never competed in Futen.
I would say
You could
extend it to KT Don. That's just fucking because we're just gonna assume they're gonna keep running shows. They have a Twitter account. They said they were gonna. So let's say that's the third son.
Yeah, so wait, sorry. What's the proposition?
Make wrestlers. Same traits thing. Except they're Bachi-Bachi wrestlers. You can't use anyone that has worked in battle arts, Futen, or KT Don.
Okay, so I have to make a Bachi-Bachi athlete without using Bachi-Bachi guys.
Yeah, who do you think, if you crafted a wrestler, would they fit in this type of environment? Would they fit like a glove?
All right, I got you.
And the categories, once again.
Okay, good, because I forgot.
I will type them out on the screen. They are body, selling, striking, athleticism.
Okay, hold on, I finally found the footage of what I was talking about. I gotta send you this now. You gotta, dude. I can't stress to you how insane it was. I probably shouldn't have been outside. Well, I guess I should have because it wasn't like I don't know. You can see the footage for yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Let me take a look at this gosh darn footage, Cakington. Let me see if you're exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating.
You're not exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating. No part of me was exaggerating, dude. Look at how constant it is. It just keeps happening.
This guy was not exaggerating.
It just keeps happening. At some point, you'll see a white flashbang of the entire screen just going white, and then the loudest lightning crack of your entire life because it was right next to me, and my whole screen just...
Dude.
Yeah.
Mine looks significantly not as impressive.
Yeah, because it was the most. Mine
was inside and was not. I don't even know if mine was as bad as yours, but wow.
Hey, this sounds like the soundtrack to The Whale.
Right.
Dude was in Whale Zone.
Oh God, no.
Whale Zone population.
Okay, your footage is pretty sick, John.
Yeah, if I was outside, I probably would have had much crazier footage. But sadly, it was 3 a.m. and it was a tornado, and I didn't feel like getting up.
Yeah, I was at work, so I was like, all right.
Well, I wouldn't feel like getting up either.
Wow. The fucking company time, making it done.
Oh no, I deleted the. Yeah, I was. All right, it's back.
Oh. Okay, so the last time we did this, it was me, Jom, Cake. So now it's Jom, Cake, me.
So I'm the one starting, I guess. Well, if I remember correctly, I made a really fat dude last
Yes.
time. And for a second, I was like,
Yes.
a fat Bachi-Bachi. I think
Big
that would
man.
be good. Big fat guy Bachi-Bachi. Yeah, I that would have been cool. But yeah, Ryota Hama Bachi-Bachi. That was the body I picked. But I will say I want to do something different. I want to change it up a little bit. So instead, I will be choosing. Fuck! I'm trying to think of who's the most extreme example of what I'm thinking of right now. Oh my god.
I can tell you this
Okay.
much yet again.
Yeah. I think I got it. I would like to pick the body type of Dave Bautista, specifically when he was really clearly not all natty. I want Roy Tista.
Ooh, God,
Big, large man.
you and I
Big,
have very
massive
similar
man in
ideas
the
for
battle
body.
arts zone. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Take where are we headed next, and remember,
oh, I
you can
certainly
choose
could.
any specific
Well,
category
I'm
you
going
wish.
with this
You don't have to
the
know.
concept that I had last time. It worked. It did me wonders. So I'm yet again, yeah, I'm going with the same strategy. I'm not thinking about anything.
Oh yes.
My brain is off right now. I'm
Right.
merely talking at the moment, so that way I don't think and ruin the concept. So I'm kind of just talking to prevent myself from planning anything ahead of time. I think, Ethan, where should I go? Where should I go to?
Okay, I think the most important thing for a
That's
Bachi-Bachi
that's very
wrestler is their
true, but I actually think it's
athleticism.
the lack
Who's
thereof. I
athleticism
would
do you
say
like?
that there should not be an athletic guy in Bachi-Bachi. It should be a strong, funny, goofy guy, but like not a guy who can move around that well. Which is why I think it only stands to reason that Matt Cardona is going to have the athleticism here.
Okay, but okay. All right, you have enough athleticism to do the Rough Rider. That's crazy.
That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need.
all
That's all
you
you need.
need. That's all you
That's all
need.
you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. Matt Cardona, he could go up there, he could
That
hit the
is all
leg
you
pretty
need.
high, and if I had to guess, maybe he could hit an elbow drop. But who's elbow dropping out here? You know,
I mean,
you're thinking too far into things here.
I mean, hey, listen.
That's very
Katie used to do a diving lariat. There are people who fucking Otsuka was doing crazy shit. I believe in the wrestler you're choosing doing an elbow drop on Takeshi Ono.
Exactly. That's all I need. I need
That's all you need.
the broski boot, the elbow drop, the Rough Rider.
That's all you need. Well, Ethan, how do you respond to such a monumental pick as Matt Cardona?
Life altering.
okay. This is one that I've been thinking about for a long time, and I know it counts, but it feels like I'm cheating by picking him. But because he is inspired by Bachi-Bachi, especially early in his career. But I'm picking like mid 2000s, so
Okay.
not that early into his
Oh.
career. I'm choosing the striking of one Mr. A man who is known for saying the name of a certain city in New England.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be
Boston.
honest with you, Ethan.
I'm choosing
Ethan. I
low-key
knew you were
striking.
picking low key, but when you said city in city in New York or a city in Massachusetts, my first thought was, is there a city in Massachusetts named Warrior?
Warrior.
Oh my god. Yeah. What?
You
What are
are
you gonna say?
Yeah, huh? Finish that thought. Finish that thought.
Finish that thought, buddy.
you're not tapped in enough to the beginnings of early
Okay,
2000s
you're right. I
ROH
mean, listen, I know he
shows
says
on
Boston a
Billy.
lot, but he also says Warrior a lot. Okay. Oh my god.
He does.
Well, I
Boston, the city of warriors who
Well,
wear a
Man
specific
of many
color
talents
robe.
is low key.
I have my next pick. I actually know.
Oh, come on.
and I actually kind of did it kind of cake style. The name just popped into my head, and I said, "Yeah, that works." I'm choosing striking next, and this is Bachi-Bachi. And if you ask most of the people that watched in the early 2000s, Bachi-Bachi is about guys that hit each other hard. So I need a guy that hits hard. A guy that hits real hard. I am choosing famous Canadian evil. I'm choosing Damien.
Damien,
IWS legend, king of the double stomp to the hand.
Holy.
King of the kudo knee
King of
drop.
the double knee to the
legendary wrestler, incredible worker. His matches with Steen are amazing. Don't read about his gimmick. Incredible wrestler.
Okay, well, I guess I won't look into that any further.
Yeah.
I will not look into that any further. You know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna preload.
I'm gonna pre.
Yeah, I'm preloading because you said a word, and immediately my brain went, huh, that reminds me of other thing. And now that I have other thing in my brain, I'm just gonna say that name for whatever. John, you need to pick a category, and I'm just gonna immediately say the name, even if it doesn't fit.
Athleticism.
I already have that.
Oh, you're right. Selling.
Jake Roberts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think Jake the Snake Roberts is who I need here.
Jake L. Snake.
Yeah, because what happened is you said Damien, and I thought, oh, that's like the snake that Jake Roberts has, and then I just like couldn't get him out of my brain.
I drafted
my
the
first
snake.
my first immediate instinct was like, what if I said Damien the Snake? Like, would they allow that? But then I didn't want to risk it, so I guess that's Jake Roberts. I was like, would they be okay if I said that?
Holy shit,
Yes.
Jake Roberts.
I don't think it is.
Wow.
That's
listen, Jake Roberts was a ring general, like a king of psychology.
Rotates a flat backbone.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for those guys.
I guess that's true. Real meat and potatoes wrestling so far.
Okay, I think I've come up with my pick. I've changed my mind quite a few times, but I think I don't know what one of you said that set me off.
Oh.
I think it was talking about Damien. I was thinking of wrestlers who look kind of weird. Not because Damien looks weird specifically, but because I don't know. I went from Damien to Devil's Rejects to wrestlers who look weird. And I'm thinking one man who has a very particular look. He didn't do much wrestling, but I think the look should be enough to carry this guy.
Okay.
I'm choosing the body of Trench.
The body of Trench.
The body of Trench. That includes the tattoos, right? Wow.
Yes, specifically for the tattoos, actually. This man will be stopped at every airport in Japan.
They're not letting him in.
Constantly
by
the police.
They're gonna make up charges on the spot and kick him out. Like he's wow. Holy shit.
Holy moly. Alright, dude.
Wow.
I'll sneak him in.
Yes, sneak him in with the chocolate bars or whatever the fuck. Okay. Now how do I respond to that? How do I respond?
How do you?
I actually know exactly how I'm going to respond. I'm going to go to selling, because I'm going to have the selling of one Timothy Duggan. I want my guy to do the wobble leg sell for every single strike. I want him to do the swinging for the fences, and I want him to wrestle like it is a hot night in Houston every single night.
Wow. Wow. That's a guy who's giving it his all too.
Yeah, this is like the one slightly serious pick, because I think a guy selling like that in Battle World would be really funny, but also really sick. But that's the one guy I'm like, oh, he's good. I should pick him. The other two, yeah.
I can see the vision without a shadow of a doubt.
I mean, well, yeah, Damien has 6 striking, but it was more so
Damien
that I
has
was
6
picking
striking, though.
Canadian indie guy Damien, who used to take liberties on everyone because it's funny.
I mean, hey, sometimes that's what you
Yes.
need. This is what you need sometimes.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Fucking Batista roided up kind of guy doing the diving double stomp to the wrist.
Oy,
Well,
ouchies.
ouchies. That's
Ouch.
yeah, dude. Looney Tunes selling for fucking Batista, Damien, Jim Duggan.
Dude, someone
Game
getting
in
the Mel
progress.
Blanc scream. Oh my
Mel
goodness.
Blanc scream. Well, speaking of Mel Blanc, there's
Okay.
no transition. Yeah, it's a
John,
name
did
in
you just say
progress.
name in progress?
Dave in
I thought you
progress.
said Dave in
That's his
progress.
wrestling name. Cake.
Yeah.
You need to pick something, buddy. You need to figure it out.
I guess I do. I guess I do. I guess I do. I guess I'm gonna move on to the body because you guys have established your body, so I think it's only fair that I pick mine now. But I don't really. Oh, this is a toughie, actually. I don't really know who I would need for a body because I feel like everybody in Battle Arts is kind of a lean, mean machine, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, lean enough. They'll do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they'll suffice.
They'll do.
So I think I need the body of Spike Dudley.
Oh wow, you're going real
I need Spike
lean,
Dudley.
real mean.
I need Spike Dudley.
Spike Dudley,
Two?
little
I
little
need,
LSD.
I need Spike Dudley, brother.
He'd
He
Spike
he he could
Dudley.
he could fill the Takeshi Ono Thanos Toba build of small man.
I mean,
Of course,
you're
it
right.
just really depends on if he could pull it
He
off. I still
totally
got to
could.
figure out what his striking is. We know he has Matt Cardona athleticism, so that gives him something.
God, no, I'm really upset that I didn't
That's
pick Masato
crazy.
Yakushiji for my body. Well, I'm kind of glad because his body
my
did
God. Well,
deteriorate and
Speaking of
crash on him.
deteriorating and crashing, Ethan
Yeah.
McPillars, you are on the back pedal right now. You got to fight back. Okay, I feel like I gotta go athleticism next. I feel like all of us are I'm waiting to do my gimmick class because I have machinations.
Machinations.
But athleticism wise, it's a hard thing to figure out because so you got to figure out like how do you want your wrestler to move? Specifically what speed do you want him to move at? And Battle Arts is really fast paced, really like fast and quick kind of wrestling. It's always like bang, 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 action, action, action. And I think we need to slow it down a little bit. I think
Oh,
we need to slow it down just a little bit. So for my athleticism, I am going to choose Mitsuo Momota.
okay.
I am Mitsuo Momota is
For the
the son of
uninitiated,
Ricky
who is
Doza.
Momota?
I'm specifically choosing Mitsuo Momota from the 2010s, who is old and old and old. He's really
Yeah.
old. Yeah.
Wow.
Also,
Wow.
the father of Chikara, very good wrestler. I could have picked Chikara too. Chikara's got crazy athleticism. He wrestles like he is an action figure and has limited arm motion.
You
But
could have done that, couldn't you?
I could have, but I think Mitsuo Momota was the correct answer for this question.
Jeez Louise, dude. What the
Well,
hell? What
how
the
do you
hell?
how do you respond to that, Cake?
Dude, I mean, dude. Uh, well, I've got striking and gimmick left, correct?
You do, yes.
I think the gimmick could save me if my
Yes.
brain doesn't give me something good on striking, so I'll save gimmick for last, because I think that could fish me out of a tricky situation if I had to.
Right.
For striking, I think we gotta choose a guy who has good strikes, most clearly. We can't choose a guy who has bad strikes. That would be silly. That'd be stupid, in
Yeah.
fact. I was gonna say, no, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it because I don't think it would count. But I could choose somebody who's similar to him, perhaps. Perhaps I could choose someone who's like him. I think I'm gonna choose Umaga.
Oh,
Umaga.
ooh, dude, Battle Arts throat thrust.
Yeah, the Battle Arts thumb.
Battle Arts thumb style. That's awesome.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
body of Spike Dudley doing Simone Spike.
I forgot about the Spike Dudley thing.
Dude.
Well, hey, I
Dude,
guess it works though. You know, the thumb is the same
it
size on
does.
like basically everybody, and
Yeah.
the Adam's apple is always going to be there. So
Yeah.
it works out. This all makes sense.
I guess it does.
Bro, imagine Spike Dudley doing the headbutt. You know?
Dude, Spike Dudley headbutt. You can't headbutt a Spike Dudley.
Yeah, it's a known fact.
Well, speaking of facts, Ethan, the facts are not looking good for you right now, but I know you can make a comeback. I wouldn't agree, but
I
you
think
do
that's
you, bro.
actually
You've got
looking great
3
for me
Ring
right
of
now.
Honor alumni on your list right now.
That's true. That's true.
You're just making a Ring of Honor guy and putting him in battle.
I do have
Arts.
3 Ring of Honor.
That's
I am
crazy.
just making a
That's
Ring
crazy.
of Honor guy and putting him in Battle Arts so far. But now, I wanted to pivot because I chose these 3 guys. I chose Loki because he can capo kick very hard, and because he takes lots of liberties. I chose Homicide because I thought it would be very funny to have a guy who is just a maniac who cuts promos about loving his children but also doing time in American prison and representing Yonkers, New York while wrestling in Japan. A town that nobody in Japan or in this small promotion specifically would have any sort of context as to where it is unless they visited Yonkers, New York for some reason.
Yeah.
I chose Trench because he's Trench. But now I want to get a little bit more serious with my guy because I think the Trench body makes him a little bit interesting.
Serious.
I'm going with a guy who I think would actually benefit from the way Battle Arts is wrestled and the way he sells. So I'm gonna pick Vader for myself.
That's actually a pretty crazy fucking pick. Okay.
Wow, Vader selling, huh?
Because like a lot of the time he doesn't register things, which I kind of want Mr. Trench 2 to do. But when he registers them like gunshots. I'm specifically talking like the God.
Right.
Which matches? I'm talking the Hashimoto match. I'm talking the God. Why do I always blank on his name? Kimura match.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. I actually think that's a great pick. Yeah, no, that I really don't have anything else to say. Like you made a very good pick in this situation. You got Vader, and I think that you're starting to make a comeback. But it's time for me.
Close it out.
It's time for me to clean this up. It's really, really, yeah. I have been waiting since the start of this to pick this gimmick, and I was praying that one of you guys would not pick him because I thought maybe the body. One of you guys would pick him for the body. Maybe the striking because he's got some fucked up chops. Maybe the athleticism because he's got a very weird athleticism to him. He's like not really athletic, but he's like really willing to kill himself and he throws a crazy spear. But I'm happy that you didn't. Kill yourself.
Oh my god, are you taking Edge?
El Hijo de Fishman.
Are you taking Goldberg?
Okay.
My
What's the gimmick of El Hijo de Fishman?
He's the son of Fishman.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean he wears the mask?
Batista's wearing the mask. Athleticism beats Yamamoto. His gimmick is that he is the son of Fishman, and he hates Wotan. That's his gimmick.
He hates Wotan.
He loves his father, and he hates Wotan.
How does he feel about his
brother does not hate Wotan. Nobody talks about Blackfish. That is his actual name. He also hates Mascara Sagrada. But he especially hates Wotan.
Oh yes, I mean that one.
Dude, you gotta let me compartmentalize that for a second here. What the hell? What the frick, dude?
I win again.
Okay, alright, okay, alright, okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Gimmick time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's go, let's guys. Beat the drum and
Okay.
hammers.
Okay.
Okay, so Spike Dudley body, Jake the Snake Roberts selling, Umaga striking, athleticism, Matt Cardona. Yeah, yeah, that one. Gimmick. I think the gimmick can only go to one person. I think it's very clear to me that we have to get Ultramantis Black in Battle Arts. I think that's
Oh
the way to go.
my.
We need to get the Knights of the Neo Solar Temple in Battle Arts. That's what we gotta do.
Oh my god, the Cosmic Emperor
We
in
need to get the Eye
Battle
of
Art.
Tyr in
Jesus
here, dude.
Christ.
The
I need him
devious
to,
one, the great and devious one.
I need him to hypnotize Alexandra Otsuka. I need him to hypnotize him. Oh,
Okay, important
no.
question, Cake. Is he
No,
wearing the mask?
No.
The robe?
Well, he can't. This is
The
Battle Arts.
staff?
You're not allowed to use that sort of stuff, so no.
he's,
He's just a guy.
he's wearing a Noki gear.
Yeah, he's actually no. He's wearing Kevin Von Erich gear.
Oh,
He's got the
he's got the dogs out.
He's got as little as possible.
Naked guy. He's a cult leader.
Okay, well, I don't know about that. He's just got the Kevin Von. He's just got the Kevin fit. All right, he's got the Kevin fit.
Wow. Ethan. You are fighting an uphill battle. You have one chance to take the sweep. With this pick, you could end this all in your favor. Who do you
You could
choose?
finally win one of your own games if you could pull this off.
I could pull this off, and I can, and I will. He's a man that I mentioned before. I wanted to take his body, but I'm glad that I didn't get the diminishing returns on said body, but I can get all the athleticism of my green elf
I
boy.
considered him really strongly. I
Masato
almost picked him.
Yashiji.
I'm happy you did though, because that's great. Body of Vader.
Yeah, selling a Vader.
Oh,
Body of Trench.
Selling a
Body of
Vader.
Trench.
So I've created Alexander Otsuka, but like, yeah, he's doing the
Dude,
second rope jump
you
off
have-
backflip for funsies.
You,
He's doing the
you
619
have created
taunt.
a wrestler which his athleticism betrays everything else about him, and that's incredible.
Yeah, his athleticism is just unnatural.
You made a call. You made a CAW. I have wrestled your creation many a time on WWE 13 online. Okay, I have seen him. I've seen him in my nightmares.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. What a sight this is.
Yeah.
What a sight this is to behold, dude.
What a sight indeed.
I think these are three very different causes.
Yeah.
Very different
I don't know
people's,
what mine
consoles.
is.
I would say that mine. I don't know if I would say mine is a CAW as much as it is like a fucked up lucid dream. My no, you're right. I feel like my guy is my guy's like a drawing of a wrestler. Like if somebody was like sitting down, like I want to draw what a wrestler looks like, they would draw him. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Incredible stuff.
Well, okay, hold on. Last step. How can I forget? We gotta name these critters.
Oh, you're right. We do have to name them. Okay, Ethan goes first because I don't know.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Don't say sex Ferguson. Whatever you do, do not say sex Ferguson.
Okay, this
Do
is
not say Personella.
Trench Homicide. What am I gonna name this?
Well, you gotta come up with something fast, buddy. You gotta riff it off the dome piece.
Okay. I need something that rhymes or that sounds like
Johnny
something that
Ass.
sounds like Johnny Cash.
Johnny Dollar.
Johnny Dollar. Excuse me?
Tommy Cash.
Tommy Ketch.
Catch. What
Tommy
is
Wow.
that?
Tommy Ketch,
Tommy Catch?
brother of Allie.
Dude, what is Tommy Catch?
You have created a monster.
Cousin of End.
Cousin of End. Okay.
That's crazy. Tommy Catch, bro. What the hell? Tommy Catch.
That's the
Look
first
at
thing
like
that came to
Trench. Your
mind.
first name's Tommy. All right.
Thomas Ketch. Wow. Okay. Well, my guy will be Ellie.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I need to change one thing about his name. He's
No!
British, so
No!
he spells it like
No.
Tom York.
No, you're the
Oh,
worst.
Tommy
brother.
Catch.
Oh,
Okay.
brother.
Okay. My guy's name will be Elhijo de Fishman. He's the son of the Fishman.
Son of the son.
He is
What
canonically Fishman grandson, but more so than that, he is the son of the fish. So therefore, he is Elhijo de Fishman.
Bro, what is going on?
Big business.
What is going on, dude?
Well,
This
cake.
oh my goodness gracious, dude. Okay. Oh wow, you put me in a tough spot. But you know what? I'm gonna overcome this. I'm gonna overpower both of you guys.
Like John
Spike
Cena.
Dudley Body, Jake the Snake Robert Sellon, Umaga Striking, Matt Cardona Athleticism, Ultramantis Black Gimmick. I think the name is clear, my friends.
Is it?
Yeah, I think we've got ourselves a real Neil shoulder blade.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
You know
That
what?
is
I think I see the vision.
Yeah, I think you see the vision, right? I think you see what I'm going on with here.
I see the vision.
I think Neil shoulder blade's gonna take the world by storm, brother.
I think Neil Shoulderboy's the next big thing.
This is the next guy. Whatever future agendas you had, whatever next big guy you thought was coming up, put him to the side.
Yeah. Step up
Whatever.
to Neil Shoulderblade.
Step up to him, bro. Okay, I stand by this for real. For shoot, I think that if we didn't know English, right? If we just didn't know the language and we didn't know what shoulder blade meant, that's a sick as fuck word.
That's actually a really
Like,
sick fucking word.
If we didn't know what that meant, you could confuse that as like a knight of the round table. Shoulder
Yeah.
blade sounds like the name of a royal embassy.
Royal Embassy.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, royal kingdom, just like
Dude,
some name with power.
I'm going to fucking Shoulderblade next to
Shoulderblade.
Newcastle upon Time.
Well, yeah, listen to it. Listen to how it sounds. That's as cool.
You
as
know,
fuck.
okay. You know what? Yeah, I
If I
see it.
didn't say-
I actually
if
do
I-
see it when I said it out loud.